It is desired to design a phase shift oscillator using an FET having a GM5000 Simon RD40K and feedback circuit value of R10K. Then value of C for oscillator operation at 1 kHz and that of RD for a 42 ensure oscillator action R. A 6.4 NF80K. B 6.5 NF10K. C 6.5 PF10K. D 65 PF80K. The correct answer is 6.5 NF10K. The type of feedback in the following circuit diagram: A. Voltage shunt. B. Current shunt. C. Voltage series. D. Current series. The correct answer is voltage series. Modem warfare has changed from large-scale clashes of armies to suppression of civilian populations. Chemical agents that do their work silently appear to be suited to such warfare, and regretfully there exist people in military establishments who think that chemical agents are useful tools for their cause. Which of the following statements best sums up the meaning of the above passage? A. Modem warfare has resulted in civil strife. B. Chemical agents are useful in modem warfare. C. Use of chemical agents in warfare would be undesirable. D. People in military establishments like to use chemical agents in war. The correct answer is use of chemical agents in warfare would be undesirable. Consider following statements. A. Statement 1 is true and 2 is false. B. Statement 1 and 2 both are true. C. Statement 1 is false and 2 is true. D. Statement 1 and 2 both are false. The correct answer is Statement 1 is true and 2 is false. The Fourier transform of a voltage signal xt is xf. The unit of xf is A. Volts. B. Volt 2. C. Volt sec. D. Volt sec. The correct answer is Volt sec. A diode detector load consists of 0.01 F capacitor in parallel with a 5 k ohms resistor. The maximum depth of modulation without diagonal clipping at modulating frequency of 1000 Hz and 10 kHz is A. 0.76 0.24. B. 0.95 0.3. C. 0.24 0.76. D. 0.3 0.95. The correct answer is 0.95 0.3. The inconsistency of Ampere's law can be removed by adding to it A. Displacement current density alone. B. Conduction current density alone. C. Displacement and conduction current densities. D. None of these. The correct answer is displacement current density alone. Find the voltage across 64 resistor. AV, BV, CV, DV. The correct answer is V. If FZC0C1Z1 then is given by A2PC1, B2P1C0, C2PJC1, D2PJ1C0. The correct answer is 2PJ1C0. The capacitors C1, C3, C4 and C5 have a capacitance of 4 floor each, and the capacitor C2 has a capacitance of 10 floor. The effective capacitance in F between the points X and Y will be A 4 floor, B 6 floor, C 3 floor, D 8 floor. The correct answer is 4 floor. 9 11 x 9 13 x 9 15 16. A 933. B 2 D 9. C 339. D 9 AB. The correct answer is 2 D 9. The equivalent T circuit of this coupled network is shown in figure. Find the values of ZA, ZB and ZC. A J6 J2J, B J2 J6J, C J2 J6J, D J2 J6J. The correct answer is J2 J6J. Consider a parallel plate capacitor being charged. Identify the incorrect statements. A. Energy stored in the capacitor does not enter it through the connecting wires but through the space around the wires and plates of capacitor. B. Rate at which energy flows into this volume is equal to the integration of the Poynting vector over the boundary of the volume between the plates. C. The Poynting vector points everywhere radially outward of the volume between the plates. D. The Poynting vector points everywhere radially into the volume between the plates. The correct answer is the Poynting vector points everywhere radially into the volume between the plates. Find equivalent resistance. Each resistance is L. A 512, B 56, C 65, D 610. The correct answer is 56. The following circuit is implementation of A1 only, B3 only, C2 only, D1 and 2 both. The correct answer is 1 and 2 both. The region between a pin of parallel perfectly conducting planes of infinite extent is Y and Z directions is partially filled with a dielectric as shown below. A 30 GHz TE10 wave is incident on the air-dielectric interface. The VSWR at the interface is A2, B2, C0, D1. The correct answer is 2. Consider the following amplifier with negative feedback. If the closed loop gain of above amplifier is 100, the value of will be A9x103. B9x103, C11x103, D11x103. The correct answer is 9x103. The signal YTXT is A. Casual, B. Non-casual, C. Depends on XT, D. None of these. The correct answer is depends on XT. The ratio of condition current density to displacement current density for a good conductor and a good dielectric is respectively A greater than 1 greater than 1, B greater than 1 less than 1, C less than 1 less than 1, D. The correct answer is greater than 1 less than 1. A n-bit sequence generator employing SR flip-flop has maximum length of the sequence as A2n, Bn, C2n1, D2n1. The correct answer is 2n1. In the circuit shown below, current through the resistor is shown. Voltage across 4 resistor is A 8 volt, B 5.87 V, C 6.87 V, D none of these. The correct answer is 5.87 V. If the function ABRARPQRSBPQ rupees PQRS which of the following is true? AAB, BAB, C. No direct relation between A and B, D. Insufficient data. The correct answer is AB. In 8085 microprocessor system, what will be the total delay provided by the following loop? MVIA 11H LXIB 12 FFH delay DCXB XTHL NOP XR ABJNZ delay where system clock is operating at 3 MHz. A 3.15 form SIC, B 3.51 form SIC, C 2.64 form SIC, D 3.166 SIC. The correct answer is 3.15 form SIC. A speech signal band limited to 4 kHz and peak voltage varying between 5V and 5V is sampled at the Nyquist rate. Each sample is quantized and represented by 8 bits. The number of quantization levels required to reduce the quantization noise by a factor of 4 would be A 1024, B 512, C 256. D 64. The correct answer is 512. The maximum effective aperture of an antenna which is operating at wavelength of 2 and has a directivity of 100 is A 15.92, B 31.84, C 3.184, D 1.592. The correct answer is 31.84. A speech signal band limited to 4 kHz and peak voltage varying between 5V and 5V is sampled at the Nyquist rate. Each sample is quantized and represented by 8 bits. Assuming the signal to be uniformly distributed between its peak values, the signal-to-noise ratio at the quantizer output is A 156 dB, B 32 dB, C 48 dB, D 64 dB. The correct answer is 48 dB. Two infinitely long wires carrying current are as shown in the figure below. One wire is in the YZ plane and parallel to the Y-axis. The other wire is in the XY plane and parallel to the X-axis. Which components of the resulting magnetic field are non-zero at the origin? A XYZ components, B XY components, C YZ components, D XZ components. The correct answer is XZ components. A uniform plane wave is described by the equation HAM. If the velocity of the wave is 2x 10 ms and r 1.8, then the electric field intensity is A 90.35 EJ 0.1 pxvm, B 903.5 EJ 0.1 pxvm, C 903.5 EJ 0.1 pzvm, D 90.35 EJ 0.1 pzvm. The correct answer is 903.5 EJ 0.1 pzvm. The amplitude modulated wave is given by E251 0.7 cos 5000 T 0.3 cos 1000 T x sin 5 x 10 6 T. The amplitude of carrier and sideband frequencies in magnitudes are A25 0.70.3, B25 0.70.3, C24 17.57.5, D25 8.75 3.75. The correct answer is 25 8.75 3.75. 11th February 2011 311. A4, B5, C6, D not possible. The correct answer is 6. If H1N3 N1 H2 N2 N2 H3 N3 N17 N4 6 N6 HN H1 NH2 NH3 NH1 N has value A6 18 74069, B906 21 761, C7 131706. D960 21st July 2018 6. The correct answer is 960 21st July 2018 6. The feedback control system shown in the given figure represents A type 0 system, B type 1 system, C type 2 system, D type 3 system. The correct answer is Type 3 system. Locus of a point Z satisfying the equation ARD is A straight line with equation yx3, B circle with equation x2 y2 3x3 y0, C hyperbola with equation x2 y2 3x3 y2 yx0, D none of these. The correct answer is circle with equation x2 y2 3x3 y0. A silicon p-n junction with no bias have a doping concentration of Nd2x 1016 cm 3 and Na 1016 cm 3. The space charge width is A 3.345 x 10 3 cm, B 3.345 x 10 4 cm, C 3.345 x 10 5 cm, D 3.345 x 10 6 cm. The correct answer is 3.345 x 10 5 cm. In 8085, whenever a signal is received at trap terminal, its program execution is transferred to a subroutine on address A0000H, B0024H, C002CH, D provided by the address generation logic. The correct answer is 0024H. If 225 y 165 8, find value of y. A7, B8, C9, D11. The correct answer is 7. H. A10 8 rad sec, B10 4 rad sec, C10 2 rad sec, D10 rad sec. The correct answer is 10 8 rad sec. The given characteristic polynomial S4 S32 S22 S30 has A0 root in RHS of S-plane, B1 root in RHS of S-plane, C2 roots in RHS of S-plane, D3 roots in RHS of S-plane. The correct answer is 2 roots in RHS of S-plane. In N-well CMOS fabrication, substrate is A heavily doped N-type, B heavily doped P-type, C lightly doped N-type, D lightly doped P-type. The correct answer is lightly doped P-type. The transfer function of a zero-order hold system is ALSLEST, B1S1EST, C1LSEST, D11SEST. The correct answer is 1S1EST.